Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to go deep into these picks to see how these guys could help us and whatnot. And I'm going to probably expose my pet cat because I do have one guy out here that I cannot wait to see. The more I research them, the more I can't wait to see how we utilize them. And you can probably tell when I start talking about these players, you'll probably be able to tell which one is which. Let's first talk about Hill. I love that pick, and I think I've told you how much I love that pick. The pick has tremendous upside. He can be everything that we wanted in that middle with the Warren Sapp type that can make our secondary come from here to here, so we don't need the super duper studs back there. We can turn good players into super duper studs back there. So I love it. I mean, that pressure up the middle is just gorgeous. So what he can do for us, if he pans out, is worth a second round pick. Good gracious. But truth be told, as good as we are with coaching the player up on the defensive line, making sure we get the best out of the defensive line, and going to get a hidden gem and bring the best out of them, we have not done a good job at keeping their decisions smart and keeping them good off the field. It is what it is. So it does have potential to go south as much as it has potential to go north. But I feel like it's going to go north, at least as long as we have Marinelli on the coaching staff. Next pick was Tony Pollard. And I told you, when I first saw him, I was like, he doesn't really look like a running back. And the more I looked at him, he's not a running back. He doesn't look like a running back to me at all. Now, he can run the football. He can run with the football in his hands, my goodness. But he's not a real true running back, and I don't see him in that role with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, where I think he could help us at is the one thing. If you've been to my streams, you know I can't stand the when we go empty sets. I can't stand it. I lose my mind. I mean, why are you tipping off the defense? Why are you doing that? Well, if he's a part of the empty sets, maybe he can slip up and go back in the backfield, and pre-snap. Maybe he's in the backfield and then pre-snap you go out and 5 wide. Then you won't be tipping off the defense and what you're doing or whatnot. Then also you got reverses, you got wide receiver screens, you got all that kind of stuff. And just me saying that, those are things that might work now. That wide receiver screen, which never worked before, might start working now. That wide receiver reverse that never seemed to work might work now because we got a guy who can really run the football in space. Between the tackles, but he knows how to get the football and run it in space. So all that, so even screens included, running back screens and wide receiver screens, he can do both of them. So all that is great. And then his kick return, he runs a 4.5. He runs a 4.5. So he's not a 4.3 guy, a 4.2 guy, or whatever, those super blazer kick returners. So when you got a 4.5 guy back there that can actually, score touchdown, he knows what he's doing. He can see those creases, he can get through. And if you look at his highlights, some creases are just so small, and he squeezes through. He makes himself small with the ball and makes himself a hard tackle as well. So he does not come down easy. So I see, if we use him correctly, I see Tony Pollard being very, very, very productive for us. I really do. That's my pet cat. Can't wait to see what we do with him in Jason Garrett's offense. Because in Jason Garrett's offense, it has always screamed for a person to do all that stuff. And we've used like Cole Beasley, Lance Dunbar, just undrafted talent. You know what I'm saying? But this guy can do a lot better than those guys, in my opinion. The only thing he's not better than Beasley at is like route running, and that's going to be somebody else's job now. Then you have Michael Jackson, another guy. The more I looked at him, the more I liked him. Now he's 6 foot, almost. He's 6'1", and he runs a 4.4 something. He's fast, big and fast, which was not surprising because I was looking at the draft and like every corner was like 6 something, 6'1", 6 foot, 6'1", runs a 4.4. I was like, man, every one of these corners is big and fast. Well, here's another one, and he falls into that mold of Chido Awuzie and and Byron Jones, where you can possibly play safety, possibly play corner. So I'm really not worried about us, because once they get into training camp and they see where people can go, I think I definitely want Byron to stay there. But what if Byron leaves? What if Byron's one of those guys that gets cut because of will get let go because of Dak, or who knows? So I don't know how that's going to work out, but I do like the fact that we have another one of those big, fast corner / safeties that we will find out where he plays the best at, and when we get him in live action, can he make those plays at corner, or will he be able to be a ball hawking safety or whatnot? So I really like the Michael Jackson. I like Joe Jackson even more than Michael Jackson. Joe Jackson popped off the screen for me. I mean, he looked like a force on defensive line, and this is what I thought of at that point. I was like, man, this guy can really play. So you get this guy, you get Michael Jackson, our next pick, Donovan Wilson. This is another strategy to keep Dak Prescott. You know, I'm a guy who, I love Dak Prescott. I hate to play quarterback. So I'm caught in the middle. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep him on the team by any means necessary, really, really do. But I can't stand giving money to a quarterback, because I think it just destroys franchises. If the quarterback is not Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady or somebody of that super elite level, not Kirk Cousins, not Nick Foles, not of that level. I'm talking about of the elite level. But this is a strategy to keep Dak Prescott, to get all these rookies and these guys that are lower on the pay scale, coach them up to take over for people like Tyrone Crawford and Tavon Austin and Lyle Collins, people that are coming up for that next contract or getting paid money or whatnot. We can wipe all those people out of the mid-level of our salary cap and just pay the elites and the young guys. I don't know how that's going to work in the long term, but hey, it's a strategy to keep Dak Prescott. So hey, it is what it is. Next is Donovan Wilson. In my natural position is safety, and I like to hit and I like to ball hawk. So Donovan Wilson likes to hit, so I instantly like him. So this guy I'll be keeping an eye on. He's going to be put. I think he's going to be put in the box, same as George Iloka, and we'll see who wins out on that one. But hopefully Wilson will. Hopefully he's faster. Mike Weber. I looked at Mike Weber running the football. He didn't pop off the screen as much as I wish he would have. You know what I'm saying? Where Pollard isn't a real running back, Weber is, but I think he's going to have to outwork people. You know, and you saw that work ethic. That's the one thing that pops off the screen when he's running. You see the little dude works. He works like crazy. He's going to have to work on this next level, in my opinion, and we'll see whether he can be productive at all at the NFL level. But I'm far more enthusiastic about Tony Pollard than I am Mike Weber. But I'm hoping for the best for Mike Weber, because come on, man, Zeke and little Zeke, that would be awesome. The next guy, Jalen Jelks, he could have won a lot higher as well. I mean, I think he falls in the same thing as McGovern. McGovern was did I even mention McGovern? McGovern, clarity came on McGovern because I heard that McGovern was the highest guy on the board left. I mean, he had a high second round grade, and we were in the third round, and you had to grab him, and that makes all the sense to me, because when you bring in talent like that, that gives you the leverage for Lyle Collins, even though it may have not been intentional to pick him to put Lyle Collins on notice. Now Lyle Collins is on notice, so we're either gonna get the best out of Collins, or we can do, like I said, shave those middle contracts and just move on. Jalen Jelks is in the same situation. I think he was like a fourth round prospect or whatever, just sitting there. And I think the Cowboys just got him. And I think the reason why he was sitting there is because he doesn't have a natural position. You know, he's maybe an outside linebacker in the 3-4 or situational pass rusher or whatnot. But he's not really a position. So we'll have to figure out how we're going to use him. But another guy that could fill a positional spot that can save money for Dak Prescott. The last two, I kind of jumped the gun on the unrestricted free agents. I'll keep you the undrafted free agents. I'll keep you updated on those guys. But there's a couple of fast guys on there that I didn't see us officially get, but I saw some tweets and whatnot. The two that we have per NFL.com, Chris Westry, they have him at 6'5", 6'5", and runs a 4.31. I don't care. Just work with him. I don't care anything else. Just give me that and give that to Coach Ricard and see what he can do with it. And then last, Larry Allen Jr. from Harvard. Good job, Larry. I mean, your son doesn't need the Cowboys, but it makes sense for the Cowboys to give him a shot. But just, guys, slow your roll. Larry Allen was different. Larry Allen is Larry. I saw Larry Allen one time. He walked past me, and it scared me to death. All right, guys, holla at you. Peace.